All right, we are now live. How you guys feeling?
Feel good. Feel like winning, like always. You know what I'm saying?
Same shit, different
Nas,
day.
this is gonna be your first season with TNC. We got 500 people in here right now. Be sure to hit the like button on this video. This is gonna be the official draft for the season. Austin, how are you feeling? We're ready to get into a season. It's been 6 months since we've done the last season.
Crazy roster on this season. This is like all of YouTube coming together right here. So this season is going to be wild. Excited to get into it.
So, Devontae, how do you feel? I'll let you speak for a second.
No, man. I mean, I didn't even know that the overalls were going out earlier or some of that stuff because I'm not like a part of that. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh shit. And I knew everybody that was going to be a part of the season, but as it's getting announced now, I'm getting more and more excited for it. And we're less than we're only like a week away from actually filming it. So just getting prepared and being ready.
Were there any ratings that stood out to you, good or bad?
Let me actually get there in a second. So I want to explain to everybody, the live is jumping right now. We're almost at 1,000. I wanted to let everybody know what the season concept is going to be. So big shout out, Devontae. You want to give the announcement? Or you want me to give the announcement?
Go for it.
Okay, so it's been 6 months since we've delivered a season, and a big reason is these seasons take a lot of resources, they take a lot of timing and a lot of planning. And we actually partnered with John Bellion, a Grammy-winning songwriter, producer, massive figure. He's a big fan of TNC, and he is funding the entire $50,000 cash prize on the season. Last season, we had $20K on the line. This season, we have $50,000. So everybody's going to go way harder. And you saw like we got a lot of big names for this season. If you guys follow us on Instagram, you saw who's a part of it. You saw the ratings. But we are going to we're going to go into the ratings on this. The last thing that I want to say before we get there is you guys loved Next Chapter Season 8 for Chapter 1. You guys loved the way that it was two teams picking one-on-one matchups. We made sure that all the matchups were going to be equal. And we're going to follow that same exact formula. Nas is going to be the captain of one side. Frigg is going to be the captain of the other side. But first, let's get into the ratings.
One more huge shout out to you, John. I know everybody appreciates it, but
yeah, that's big time.
You guys as fans, this season would not be possible. All of this stuff that you're going to get for the next 3 months would not be possible if it wasn't for him. This is a huge executed plan, and he made it all possible. So we appreciate him. But looking at these overalls, Nas, how do you feel about this?
I mean, I feel good about my rating. You know what I'm saying? I feel it's well respected, well deserved. I feel like Friga shouldn't have been that close to me, but you know what I'm saying? We'll take that. I like Zaya, Rob, BJ, Bruce. I like that y'all gave Bruce a lot of respect as he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think some people overlook him. I don't like the BJ over Bruce, but I mean, because Bruce is undefeated, where BJ has lost, so I don't understand that. But you know what I'm saying? That's to everybody gets their own opinion. Scoob at 91, I don't like that neither, but I mean, we'll live with it. Other than that, I kind of think everybody is where they need to be, rating wise and stuff like that. Except for like Keyshawn should be lower. So other than that, we'll be good.
Okay. But anyways,
I mean, do we get an asterisk or an NR just for being being like a punk and ducking? Like I just don't respect that. So I mean, if you ask me my opinion, I feel like automatic NR asterisk or something. Like he can't go for nobody.
So hey, we got 1,600 viewers in here. Please hit the like button. Again, we want this live stream to push to a lot of people. I know that this is like super spontaneous. You guys didn't even know a live stream was happening until earlier today, but we got to make it happen. We got this season being produced in 1 week. Austin, how do you feel? Like we've talked about all these ratings. There's a large board of people that discuss what these ratings are, and they balance out. And
question, I'm sorry. Who was on the panel that made these ratings?
That's the second thing.
Nas is trying to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. Well, I got to get written consent that we can leak it. But there was 5 people. There was 5 people within this community. You can probably guess 3 of them.
Yeah, I know 3. I just want to know the other 2 though.
Okay. So looking at this, Devontae, Austin, is there any ratings in here that you feel stand out? Do you feel that there's any ratings in here that piss people off?
Well, for sure, Cam. Free, I know Free is thinking the same thing. Cam stands out. And I was talking to you before. I think with Cam, it's like as a hooper, the eye test is like, no, Cam's a 90. But it's taken into consideration all the games, wins and losses. And that's where a lot of these rankings that people are kind of confused about come into.
Yeah.
You know.
And for clarity, they're saying A1's too low. This is strictly around your 1v1 game, right? And A1 only has one one-on-one game played. Actually, he's got 2 on next chapter. He won in season 7, and then he lost to J. Lou. So he's got 2 games on next chapter playing once. Devontae, for you, is there anybody here? Like you said, you didn't even know that ratings were coming out today, and you just saw them.
No, I mean, obviously, like there's things that I'm like not a part of because I'm also like playing in some of this stuff. But I mean, like Simba is pretty low considering he beat me and he was right there with Nas too. But we're up there. I don't know if that's like his amount of games he's played. Obviously, like Cam, Scar, maybe even Day. I mean, I feel like I got to give this another look, but Cam's like the one that really stuck out to me for sure.
Yeah. What about Scar? I see a lot of comments in here about Scar. Does anybody have any thoughts
It's
on
like, bro, I mean, like I can respect where Keyshawn's at, but like then you just like it's tough, you know. You saw what Keyshawn and Scar, but I got Scar in the rematch. But
yeah, I got Scar.
I mean,
also, I don't like Vernon. I don't like his rating. I feel like he should be higher. I like Vern over Cam.
So look, anybody that has NR, it stands for not rated, and it's if you haven't had a one-on-one on TNC or you haven't played a 1v1 under like an officiated setting on the scene, whether that's Ball is Life, Off the Dribble, June's League, Street Stars, wherever it may be. If you do not have a game under your belt on that, we weren't able to give you a rating. I'm looking at some of the comments. Yeah, I see some stuff with Scar. They got Tay being too low at an 89. It's been a little while since we've seen Tay play a game. The last one he played was against UNAS. Before that, he kind of didn't run a lot of ones. It was for season 10, he did play once, but that's back in June. So it's been 6 months outside of that on next chapter playing once. But yes, we did real quick. I see a lot of people talking about Scotty Lewis. Yes, Scotty Lewis played for the Charlotte Hornets. He's about a 6'5", right? 6'5". He listed in there that he had a 7'2" or 7'3" wingspan, which is crazy. But I'm excited to see him play. One's is different. Nas, you talk about it all the time because you talk a lot of shit to some NBA guys. But
no, I feel like it was respectable without putting people not ranked because to just base it off of their resume or where they played at is not really like. Like I said, when you come to ones, it's a whole different level, a whole different game. The best 5-on-5 players, like you said, A1 is when it comes to 5s, he's one of the top ranked people. But when it comes to ones, you know what I'm saying, it's a different game. So it's just how it is. But I didn't like Vern's rating just because his one game that we seen, he dominated. Like, and it wasn't.
What about against Bird?
Bird, unlimited dribbles.
It was 13-12. So he's 1-1 on the scene right now.
Yeah, unlimited dribbles though is a little. That's kind of iffy. Like it's a gray area for me.
I got you.
But people that saying Cam's too low, I don't think so. I think Cam took a couple tough L's and he right where he need to be.
I think there was a lot of when we were deciding these ratings, there was a lot of conversation between Rob and Zay because they're both undefeated, but we haven't seen Rob play in some time now, and of course Zay's been on the momentum going upwards. So. That was a hard one to choose from, not to get too into it, but overall came to the decision that Zay would be one above Rob right now since we haven't seen Rob in a while.
I like that just on a simple fact that Zay has beaten
top guy
in the top 5, yeah, and that's where I will give him the edge over Rob. But like I said, they both undefeated, they both at the top of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I respect it either way y'all put it. But I mean, like I said. Is the Keyshawn one for me.
All right, so we're gonna get into the next part of this is gonna actually be the draft process. It's the whole reason we have Naz and Friga on here. You guys already saw the ratings. the way that this is going to work is we're going to go game by game, matchup by matchup. So in this season of the next chapter, on day one, everybody's going to play their opponent in a game to 30 for $1,500, which is a lot of money to play one game to 30. And then the very next day, they have to rematch that same opponent for another $1,500. So they can win $3,000 against their matchup. And the reason why we're doing that, you guys saw that we have a pay-per-view coming up. This season is going to end in a pay-per-view finale with, the matchups that you're going to see. But we're opening up a fifth game for the fans to vote. So, for example, if somebody plays and they tie 1-1 and you guys want to see them play for a game 3, you guys can vote them in. We will make everything happen to make sure that they're a part of the pay-per-view so that you guys have a say in who's going to be in there. So if there's somebody that you want to be in there, make sure to vote for them. If somebody gets 2-0'd and the next person 2-0 somebody as well and you want to see them play, it does not matter. Whoever you guys want in there that you guys want to vote for, we will make it happen. So to get right into it, we're going to go with game number 1, and we're going to still decide the order of how these games are going to happen, but we're going to go matchup by matchup right now. Nas, with this being your return to the next chapter, and you being the highest rated overall as a 97.
I like that.
You can get first pick on the season. So this is the very first matchup, 1-on-1, 2 games, adding up to $3,000. Boom. Who you got?
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. For my first round draft pick, I will be selecting Bruce Mad Dog, and we're going to take that 2-0 for sure.
Yeah, right, bro. 2-0. Come on, man.
I don't think y'all understand.
I don't. I've never watched him play.
Yeah. You'll see soon enough. Don't worry, Bruce.
So if it's 2-0, how do you realistically feel? What do you think the score is going to be in both games? What's the closest game?
I feel like the first game, the tone that he gonna set, I'll say 30.
Nervous.
It go to 30, right?
Yeah, it goes to 30.
30, 4 dribbles, like the regular rules, right?
Yep.
I'll say 30, 20, 24. I fuck with Tay. Tay's like, he nice as hell. Guys, he's very creative, but Bruce is very defensive-minded, and I feel like that's gonna give Tay a lot of problems. So, but also Tay is a very good, like he guards well too, so he gonna give Bruce problems. But I just feel like Tay. I mean, Bruce.
In the closest game scenario out of the 2, you got it being a 6-point game.
Yeah.
Okay. For the chat. How do you guys feel about that? Austin, what is your thoughts? I got to ask you that too.
Nas is trying to play that cool, but I know Nas, a 6-point win is like a solid, pretty like easy win for you. Like the fact that you're predicting 30-24, it's like that's kind of the light dub.
Is it though?
In Nas's eyes, I feel like.
What you mean by light dub?
Like 30-24 is.
That's me being respectful.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just respectful. Okay.
Yeah, because I love Tay game, and me and Tay, I knew Tay since college, so I'm not gonna disrespect Tay.
What kind of tone is Bruce gonna set? You mentioned the tone. What describe that?
Yeah, I just feel like you gotta be there to really witness the full effect of Bruce. You know how people be like aura and shit like that? Like, yeah, like he has his own aura, you feel me? And his own like energy that can't be denied. It's like undeniable. You feel me? I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it. But
hold on. So I had a poll up already, and I was gonna make one for Bruce and Tay, but when everybody joined here, it was Friga versus Nas. Who would win that game? 62% have Friga, 37% have Nas. There was 1,400 votes.
Wow.
That's actually
I ain't never been an underdog, but feel me, that's just going I have 0 to 5, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next matchup. So Bruce is going to your team.
For sure.
All right. With the second game, we're coming
back. Let me speak on Tay real quick. Nas ain't the only one that gets to fucking talk. I know he got to pick Bruce and everything. I was going to pick Tay anyway if I got to. I don't think it'll be a 2-0. I think Tay's going to win off of maybe possible nerves in the first game. I think Bruce maybe comes out.
Bruce being nervous?
Yeah, Bruce being nervous.
Okay.
Yep. Second game, Bruce might come out, figure him out a little bit because you got to respect it. And I think we might see a game 3. Honest answer.
Okay. Well, I just threw it up in the chat real quickly. I let everybody vote. 200 votes came in, and we have for that game, it came out 53% Tay, 46% Bruce. So the fans have ISO Tay as the favorite in that game.
You said
All right.
53% Tay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a close one, man.
Bruce still getting some respect though. And Tay is like a next chapter guy. So this being on that platform, that's still respect to Bruce.
For sure.
Being a close vote. This is a great game right here though.
Yeah,
Bird versus Bird.
Devontae, this falls down to your pick. Are you hip to Bird's game? I know, of course, we've seen Bird a couple times.
Not entirely. Like I don't watch a bunch of YouTube basketball, but I'm going to, I think, going into this season just to like check people out. But I'm definitely gonna get Burke here for sure.
So you're picking up Burke?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So the overall you're going at it. The overall doesn't matter to you at all. Like,
bro, those ratings don't matter, bro. Like they don't matter. I've seen Burke play a lot of 1v1s in person now, and I feel like every time I've seen him play, I was either playing against him or I was kind of just watching. I'm not like giving any tips or anything. Not that like just my word is going to do anything, but I feel like he hasn't had like that necessarily like we haven't been able to really talk going through a 1v1. Burke's got it, bro. Burke is very tough.
Nas, looks like you're getting Bird. Would that have been your pick had you had this as your
No, like I said, Burke is somebody that is tough, and he grown a lot. Like in the 1v1 space, I see his game evolve. But when we talking about Bird, that's another person that I've known since college. He played me. He was the leading scorer in the nation in 2018, I want to say. 2015, I think. I don't know.
At the D1 level?
Yeah, leading scorer in the nation, period.
Howard, right?
Yeah, at Howard. And I was at FAMU, so I played against him. I got to see his skills one-on-one. But then also I've seen him come up in this 1v1 space, and yeah, I just say another 2-0 for my team.
Damn.
Okay. All right. Well, the poll has been up the whole time. The chat has voted that Burke is the favorite 67-33.
Damn.
I mean, if we talk about polls, this is this is only like your members, right?
Yeah, no. This isn't members. This is just subscribers, and I would assume, we probably have a little bit more people that watch TNC out of this chat more often. But okay, so going into that, so right now you picked up Bruce and you have Burke. Let's give a score prediction real quickly. Devontae, how do you? Well, I guess you haven't seen.
I really can't give you an accurate one. I just got Burke winning.
That's fair. Okay, you guys ready for the third matchup?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Third matchup. I already know who Nas is gonna go with. I already know.
And no, it's actually not as easy as you say, as you would think, because Trey is somebody that's been on the Street Stars tour, and he's been with us, and so was with Balls Life for a couple times. So it's kind of like Trey is somebody that I have grown very close to, but at the end of the day, Vern is from the city. Like that's somebody like I grew up with, went to high school with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm only gonna pick my homeboys. I'm gonna pick what I know. I'm gonna pick a dog and somebody that I know really wants it bad, and I know Vern has been overlooked in some instances, and he hasn't got his chance. And I feel like he's about to really shock the world with this one.
I called Vern today, and Vern was talking filthy about this matchup. So I know Vern is very, very confident. Austin, you've seen both of them play. Who do you think in this matchup? It's 85 overall to an 86. Like we haven't seen too much from Vern on the scene. We saw him play 2 games. But you know Vern as well. So what do you think?
He's very quick. He can guard He's one of the best on-ball guard defenders that I've been around. And I've seen Trey light it up offensively. So I love this matchup. It's really a toss-up. It's really a toss-up.
Nas Vern's like what, 5'8"?
No.
Bird's like 5'10".
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking he was like 5'8".
Trey's about 6'1". 6 foot,
6'1",
6'1".
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just seen both of their games, and I just feel like Vern, his ability to guard and he has quick hands, and then the way he finishes around the basket and how quick he is, it's hard to guard him without like being able to put a hand on him. And the way that next chapter is officiated, I feel like it would play right into his.
And that pull-up midi too. The pull-up
That
midi.
midi. We didn't even bring up the midi yet.
We got the chat saying 55% for Trey Crofts and 45% for Vern. So Trey is the favorite going into that game. Devontae, are you ready for your choice?
Yes, sir.
Okay. A1 versus Malik. So you guys, Malik played in the Detroit versus TNC season, the one that we had just posted when we were out there with the crowd. He played in the 3-on-3 game against Day, Bino, and Jay Horn. He had about 20-something points. The day before we watched the tournament, we hosted one for 5K. Malik went absolutely crazy in there. You guys are going to get to see him play on tomorrow for Warzone as well. But also, this is just a really good matchup for A1, right? They're around the same size, so this just makes sense on this game. We want to get A1 another one-on-one. It's been some time. Devontae, some of your thoughts?
This is tough because Malik proved that he's a dog, bro. And I think that defensively, it's going to be a lot trickier for offensively, it's going to be trickier for A1 because Malik can actually sit down and play some defense. But I just feel like A1's going to have that confidence coming in. And I'm going to go with A1. He's always my first pick for everything. And I know this isn't team setting, but I just feel like this is a lot different. This one means a lot more to him.
A1 has never been on a losing side either in any season. Season 7, he won. Season 8, he won. Season 9.
Winner, bro. He's always been a winner. I've been watching him since high school. He's always been. Sorry.
Well, Millie, how do you feel about this? You got to see Malik play. This episode does come out tomorrow. Malik is playing against Ryan. You got to see some of his one-on-one. That was his one-on-one debut. Without getting too much into detail about what you saw out of that game, how do you feel?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, it's hard not to talk about what I've already seen. And that hasn't dropped yet, right?
No, it drops tomorrow.
All the content has not dropped. I mean, it's a great matchup regardless. Like, this is, just size-wise, stylistically. I mean, this is like they're spitting images. Both guys want to guard and be intense defensively. And then it's going to be about who can figure out something offensively because both guys love to guard. And I just think it's a great matchup.
Somebody said A1 being invited back is crazy, but he's literally like 4-0 on next chapter when it comes to winning a season. So A1 has definitely earned that right. Nas, you're getting Malik. You got to see Malik play one time. Probably don't have too many thoughts on that, right?
I'm actually excited. Just if I'm not mistaken, he was the one that was saying like small guard, right?
Yeah, small guard. Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely, you feel me? He came to the right side. I give him a few tips about that. You know what I'm saying? Then I had to talk to him.
A lot about small guard.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, who told you could use that? But I mean, I'm gonna teach him some things, and we're gonna talk about that. But at the end of the day, I liked how, like you said, his dog mentality. Like he was like very intense and really like I said, he guarded the ball well. He cared about every possession. You know what I'm saying? I like people that don't take plays off. You know what I'm saying? He can take a possession off. So I'm excited. It was a 3-on-3 game though, so I don't really have too much to go about one-on-one, but at the same time, I feel like his offensive bag is bigger than A1's. So both of them are gonna guard, but I feel like he's gonna score better.
Dede had told me that he won 3 national championships in high school while he was in there as their point guard. And then he went on to play D1 as a 5'8" point guard.
I can believe it.
So
oh
my God, one of these comments was crazy. All right, so right now, pick number 5 is going to fall to you, Nas. And this one could have some controversy on here because I'm going to throw a little curveball on it. Scar and Rodney. Nobody knows who Rodney is yet. Everybody
I know
knows
who Rodney is.
Yeah, you know who Rodney is, but he's got NR for not rated, so he hasn't been on the scene yet. But who are you going with?
This is a tough one. I will have to say I'm gonna go with Rodney just because the simple fact of Scar is Scar at the end of the day. Like he's amazing talent and stuff like that. But when it comes to ones, I don't see lately I haven't seen the fire and the will to win from Scar. So, and I know who Rodney is. Rodney's from Miami. He was in this little tournament 1-on-1 when I played Hezzy God in the championship. I seen him in Miami Pro League. I've seen him in multiple events. I'm actually close with him. So I know Rodney actually cares and wants to win. And like I said, I'm always gonna go with somebody that cares.
Do you have a background on Rodney? Do you know where he played? I know he played Division I. I think it was Alabama.
I think he played at. No, I think it was actually mid-major, like Middle Tennessee State. I think that's. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Middle Tennessee or Memphis. It was somewhere with an M, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Rodney's like 6'4", 6'5", so he's the bigger guard in this particular matchup. So I think with his size and his care to win, and he also guards. So I feel like Scar, as long as he don't just make a whole bunch of shots that he usually don't, you know what I'm saying? Then Rodney will come out with a dub for sure. I wouldn't say this is a clean sweep, but it would definitely be. I feel like he'll win the first game, and then the second game he probably tire out a little bit and maybe lose. But I feel like
Devontae, I think that you're not too upset with this. You end up getting Scar.
Not at all. I mean, I obviously would pick Scar. So there's got to be some underlying reason because I feel like Nas would have picked Scar. But hey, maybe I don't know. I don't know Rodney too much.
I don't want nobody that's friends with Scar. I mean, with Frigga on my side. That's another reason. I don't want nobody that's friends with Frigga on my side because we ain't have cheering for them niggas. Like, you feel me? We only on our side, and all them niggas stay on their side. You feel what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I can't have Scar on my side. He's a little too friendly with Frigga. That's his big brother or whatever. So, feel me? I'm just gonna let him have him, and I'm gonna keep my side. You feel me? All people that we from the trenches. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
We got Rage in the chat.
Up at all? We doing anything, Scotty?
Huh?
I said we're all gonna be in the gym. There's no extra gym time. There's no way we can line something up, bro. Because if that's how it's gonna be, then we might as well check up something.
We could do it. Is that a question or something? Was you asking me or you trying to
get a temperature check?
I'm hot right now. I got this hoodie on.
But we'll line it up then.
Austin, well, I'm gonna move on to this one. So this happens.
I like this comment. They say you acting like Frigga op. Frigga is an op. Y'all not understand that? I don't know what y'all not understanding. He's an op. Fuck Frigga, fam.
Going into game 6, Devontae. I mean, Scar just went to your side. Rodney just went to Nas's side. But game 6 is your pick. Who you got? And if anybody doesn't know, by the way, that's Noah. That's Noah Blackwell. Austin, you got a background for Noah?
I just remember watching him from high school, his mixtape stuff. He was filthy. But Simba has been in a lot of games now. He's played a lot of and Frigga. But I mean, he's played y'all both tough. So yeah. I really haven't seen Noah play in years though. So I can't call it. But I know Simba has been consistent on the scene.
How tall is Noah? Because Simba's about 6'4", 6'5", right?
I think Noah's like 6'3".
Yeah. I did talk to Noah. Noah's excited. He's been all in the comments over the last couple of months, basically just putting it out there that he would wash every single person that's on this scene. And he's been getting that competitive edge. He's been DMing us a lot. We've been in touch with him. Sel just commented in here, Noah's 6'3", 6'4" in shoes. So this is actually Sel's guy. Sel advocated for him that said a healthy and in shape Noah is the best in the community. That's what he said.
Well, I hope he's healthy and in shape because I'm going with Simba. Because
Fergie's on it.
I mean, Simba, I have respect for him. He's a man of God. He showed me respect. He gave me an L, and he also put up a game against Nas here too, who's obviously respected by everybody. And I know that Simba's been wanting something like this. This is his chance. He's not coming like, he's not coming with his head down. Like he's coming to win these games and get out of there and get on that pay-per-view too. So I'm going with Simba all day, 2-0.
Damn.
2-0. I mean, I actually I like Simba a lot. Like I said, he definitely gave me a game run for my money. And recently I seen him play in 2 other one-on-one games where he looked impressive. I'm not gonna spoil the games, but they come out soon. Whatever. Also I don't know much about Noah, but I know Marcel is a coach. You know what I'm saying? He's a talent. He actually recruits talent and knows something about basketball. So if he vouches for him and if he says that he gonna put on a show, then I'm comfortable with taking him off Sel word. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Noah played at Fresno State, correct? So can you get a fact check on that? I know he went D1. I know he was D1 and he was a scorer, and he's got like a very unique game, the way that he plays. What do you got, Millie?
Fresno State, yeah.
Yeah.
Long Beach State as well. But yeah, Fresno State.
Yep.
Blackwell.
Okay, so Friga, you just got Simba. Correct? Yep, you got Simba. Nas, you're gonna get Noah. And then going into game 7, now this is gonna be your pick, Nas.
let's do it.
This is a big game. So you're about to get hit with a bomb. Boom.
Oh, fuck.
I want to address something real quick. I feel like the community, you know what I'm saying? I'm such a competitor. You know what I'm saying? Like to my core, you know what I'm saying? I'm a competitor. But I'm not a sore loser. You know what I'm saying? And with the person Zay being on here, I just wanted to let y'all know, like, I do not have no hard feelings for him, and I actually have grown very close to Zay throughout just being at different events with him, and really respecting how well he is, like how polished he is, and how young he is, and how dedicated to his craft he is. So I'm definitely gonna go with Zay, even though like people want me to hate this man because he beat me at one point. I'm definitely going with Zay. That's the better pick, and he might just skunk Day. He might give Day a second skunk.
Oh my!
Day is somebody that has a lot of game, but offensively he's just not there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like every possession against a game against Zay, every possession matters. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if he even like wants to compete, then he has to like be able to score at a high level, and I don't think Day scores at a high level at all. So I feel like if I had to put a score check on it, first game, Zay 30, Day 12, second game, because Day do got some pride. I'm gonna say Zay 30, Day like 18.
Austin?
So 60-30 in 2 games. What you're saying? 60-30?
That sound about right. Yeah.
I just don't like it. Like Friga said, I mean, Zay, I've already said Zay is top 3 for me in the one-on-one space. But again, like Day-Day's had a lot of tough losses. People are tough on Day-Day. He has taken a lot of L's, but like he's played a lot of people really close. He lost by 1 to Eli. Like he has some close L's. I don't know. I don't like it to be a blowout at all. Day-Day is competitive. He does guard. Yeah, I think it's respectable for sure.
I think he loses by 5 to 7 easy, and I would bet on it. Like every game, that he would lose by more than 5 or 7 for sure.
I feel like if
You
there's
said 18,
if there's anybody that's like actually willing to take a matchup this big and like go in get ready for it, get prepared, and come with the right mentality, it would be Day, at least from what I've seen. So as good as Zay is, I'm happy to get Day in this matchup. Like, I mean, I know that might be the obvious answer here, but we're gonna see what Day can do.
Yeah. Well, the chat has spoken on this matchup. They have it 87%, 86% Zay, 34% Day, or 14% Day.
Yeah.
So the chat has spoken. Okay. So this next matchup will be the final 1v1 matchup, unless something sparks up in the middle of the season. But it's the final 1v1 matchup of the season. Game number 8. Friga, this pick is going to fall for you. Here you go. Boom. BJ versus Scotty Lewis. So we got BJ versus Scotty Lewis, who played with the Charlotte Hornets. A 6'5", 7'2" wingspan. Score.
Bro, I mean, we have talked a lot about like where people have played in the 5v5 stuff a lot during the stream for the background of stuff. But man, when you line up 1v1, you've got to have the right game plan and the right mental to do so. And a lot of people don't have that. And I feel like BJ does. You ever seen those comments where people are like, oh, I've seen enough, give him so-and-so. That would be my comment. It would be BJ every time. I've seen enough. Except for it wouldn't be give him a BJ, just give him BJ. Chill. But
Whoa.
I got BJ in this.
I'm gonna ask the chat here. Nas, you're familiar with Scotty Lewis's game?
Anybody that I seen him play a little bit, I know he's athletic, like got long arms, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I'm saying, anybody that can make it to that level, a level that is to the highest level of basketball, you know what I'm saying, has to have somewhat games. I mean, in the training that they do on a day-to-day basis is just elite, you know what I'm saying? So he should be a polished player for sure. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like BJ hasn't really been tested for real. Like, I don't feel like what's his wins on YouTube? I know he lost to Friga.
He beat Draco. He beat Ray Quandis Mitchell, who played at Penn State, and he beat Caleb Huffman.
Okay. Well, I feel like Caleb is
14-0. He came back. I mean, like,
no, I was gonna say Caleb. I haven't seen enough sample size of Caleb. I don't want to say he's not. Like, I feel like Caleb is very talented, but I just feel like people just they fell in love with him because he had a great day or a great season, whatever. So, I mean, I'm just not sold on it. I got to see a couple of times before I get sold on it. But like, at the end of the day, BJ has some good wins because Caleb is somebody that I heard they talk highly of. I don't know the boy from Penn State, but then you losing the Friga, so you know what I'm saying. You lose points right there with me. So at the end of the day, I'm cool with Scotty. Cool with Scotty.
Points too, because you
posted
a video, so you lose points too. Haven't you lost to me before?
Yeah, I lost points a lot for that. I was mad at myself for allowing a bum to beat me. You feel me? But that's another conversation.
The same way. I felt the same way.
Feel me?
Sure. That's why I came back.
Austin, your thoughts here on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think Scotty obviously is going to play elite defense. I don't know what kind of one-on-one back he has at all. BJ is a dynamic scorer, obviously. So I think offensively, I would expect Scotty to be just a little more straight to it. That's just kind of a guess, though. And then defensively, I know he's going to guard and present some kind of a problem for BJ. I mean, I would expect him to play a high level defense.
You're very good at what you do, Emily.
Thanks, bro.
Every time you say something, I'm like, wow, he makes a valid point every time he says something.
All right.
Score predictions before we move on
that game.
I don't really got a score prediction because I ain't seen Scotty in the ones with it. But I feel like BJ's a good player. He's a good player. I'll say 1-1.
What do you think Scotty's potential is if he comes out? Like, obviously he's 6'5", insanely athletic, got to the NBA, has a 7'2" wingspan. Like, does he have a ceiling to make it very high in this industry?
It's never about the like the measurements for me. It's more about, you know what I'm saying, somebody will to win, somebody how they think the game, how they adjust within the game. So that's only something I can see like in person. You feel me? So that's not really I don't really like care about the measurements, you know what I'm saying? I get into like I feel like it's more about your mental aspect in ones than anything. So you feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody is talented, and like I always tell people, like I'm not the most talented in the space, but my will to win is what makes me win most of the time. So you feel me? That's why I got to see it with my own 2 eyes first.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes there's like a lot of NBA G League guys or some overseas pros that come into this space. And since it's YouTube, it's kind of like they forget that a lot of these guys that are on YouTube had played pro overseas, or maybe where they were D1 guys or played in college. Like people that play on YouTube now still have some sort of reputation. It might not be a G League contract or a pro contract overseas, but we're still making money online playing basketball, and people are watching for a reason. And I believe that reason is because not only because we're entertaining, but we're good at basketball. And I feel like if you're of that pro stature, that G League stature, and you come in, you hoop in this YouTube space, you've got to respect it. If not, anybody can catch an L.
Gotcha. And like I said, that was it for the one-on-one portion of this. There's still 2 more games. There's going to actually be one-on-ones to 100. There's going to be 2 matches of that's going to be decided while we're actually there for the season. We're going to put together the matchups. But on day 1, there's 8 1v1 games being played. On day 2, there's another 8. It's going to be all rematches of those games. We're going to double the money or have another chance at more of the money. And then on day 3, we're going to kick it off with a 1-on-1 to 100 with all players in that 1-on-1 to 100 with all players in the next one as well. And then it's going to be 2 games of 2-on-2 for $5,000. And the first 2-on-2, Nas, you have to go out there, play against Devontae. This falls on your pick. Who do you want to be your 2-on-2 team?
See how he said that? You heard how he said that? You have to go out there and play me. Yeah.
Did I blink?
Nas, you good down there, buddy?
Did I blink? Was that supposed to scare me? Like
$5,000.
I'm not trying to scare you.
Going to 40 points. Who is your teammate for that game?
If I had to choose, so I get to choose anybody on the list?
Yeah.
Give me the one and only, my Street Stars partner, and also somebody that's been on multiple platforms and won. I feel like a lot of people on here have not been on multiple platforms and won. So I'm gonna go with Uncle Scoob. Don't forget the uncle.
Okay. So you and Scoob teaming up against Devontae, and who do you want, Devontae?
I mean, let me look at this list. Scoob. Rob. Scoob's kryptonite.
So you got for
Hey,
those.
Scotty, I got one request, Scotty. I got one request.
What's the request? And I don't have graphics made for this because you guys are picking for it at the moment, but we will post these on Instagram as well to show the teams. But as of right now,
I have one request. We all I ain't gonna say we. Y'all are trying to professionalize one-on-ones and everything y'all doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can we please, like I'm begging you, can we please incorporate a shot clock in these 2-on-2s? Because I just don't feel like guarding 100,000 dribbles. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's get to it. Let's just be professionals. Let's just be professionals,
bro.
huh?
Why you got so many stipulations?
I asked for something that's in any professional game where you got unlimited dribbles. I feel like there should be a limit to it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just trying to argue. I actually don't disagree with you.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't feel like guarding 1,000 dribbles. Then I get tired, and then he just blow by me. Like, you feel me? Like let's just get to it. Let's get to it.
Okay. All right. So we will, Devontae, we'll talk about that, what we got to get for the necessary steps to make sure
I'm
that
not
the
talking about that. That's a you thing to figure out.
Well, I just mean
part of that.
we're gonna have to go buy a shot clock to go sit there because I don't think we're gonna have access to it at the gym. So.
That is valid though. I
You
actually like that.
Else make
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, let's be professional. I'm not asking for nothing. I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
if a nigga dribbled 40 times, I'm not.
We just need a
guarding.
shot clock guy. We need a clock right on the scores table.
Oh, guy.
Okay. So Naj, you're teaming up with Scoob against Rob and Friga for $5,000.
2v2 for 5K.
2v2 for 5K, which
Easy money.
gives Devontae the last option. I know that you guys saw Moon was going to be there for the season on the player ratings. Moon is actually, he has a game lined up for the pay-per-view event against Nesco. However, Moon is currently going to be in Australia. He's going to miss the season. So the next 2-on-2 is going to be Cam and Keyshawn got to be on opposite teams, and Nesco's got to be with Keyshawn. So who are you picking up? Are you doing Cam and a fill in the
Ain't
blank?
about, can I say one more thing? I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Freak, I know you feel me? We beefing. I know you my op. But if I have one request, don't give me Keyshawn. Like, I don't give a fuck what I gotta do. I will send you $100 right now. Just don't give me Keyshawn, bro. I can't have that bum ass nigga on my team, bro. Please. Like, if you have a heart, it's around Christmas time soon. Please don't give me Keyshawn, bro. I can't do it, bro.
Why does it run? Why does it run? Why does it run?
Fuck you up so much.
Why does it? Yeah. Why does it run so deep? I mean,
because I don't like people that act like they better than who they like. You feel me? You ain't do nothing in this space yet, and you ducking fades. I need you to knock it down a few notches, bro. I can't respect it. He lost a lot of brownie points to me, and he's just corny as hell. So I mean, if any just please don't give me Keyshawn. If you give me Keyshawn, if you select Keyshawn, I'm leaving, bro. I'm leaving.
I think we got to give him Key
Get him up
now.
out of here.
I think we got to give him Key now.
You gave me everything I needed there.
Nas, you always talk about being able to adapt and make it work and win regardless. Let's give him Keyshawn.
Let's hear his pick.
Huh?
Let me hear who you going with.
What do you mean? No, I'm saying let's put Keyshawn on Nas's team.
This game's also for 5K. This game's also for 5K. So what is it?
You freaking gets to pick who either Cam and Cam and whoever.
He's got to either pick to have Cam and a fill in the blank, which can be anybody on his team, or Keyshawn and Nesco. But Keyshawn and Nesco are coming as a package together because they're on opposite.
I mean, Keyshawn Nesco is tough.
Because Moon won't be there. Okay.
Nesco is tough. Like I'm not giving you the worst people. I'm just saying, bro. I would love Nesco if he came with somebody else.
Nah, because at the end of the day, I'm going Moon in the pay-per-view 1v1. And plus, Keyshawn, if Keyshawn's gonna fuck you up having you on your team that much, then I want you to have Keyshawn for sure.
I think you should.
I'm going Cam plus whoever he picks.
All right, but listen, I'll see y'all in season 2, bro.
All right, go fuck yourself.
Dude, he's dead serious. Oh my god! Wait, so is Keyshawn on his team? I think at this point he always talks about being able to adapt and win regardless. I think we give him Keyshawn and make him figure it out. That is a challenge that I'm laying on the table for Nas.
Even though they're on the same team, I don't think they'll talk to each other. I don't think they'll.
So that's man.
Can you get me out of this spot? Thanks.
Man. I don't even. That's gonna be very strange. This is gonna because.
Where's Keyshawn at? Is he in this chat?
So Keyshawn and Nesco against Cam and whoever else is on your team that you want to slide into that 2-on-2. Who you feel
that?
No, Cam gets to pick that. Cam gets to pick that. He can choose, but I guess looking at your team, Cam could select to go against Nesco and Keyshawn. You ended up getting BJ. So Cam can choose out of that. He could pick up Day, which I have a feeling.
DJ, Day, Simba, Tay, Bert, Trey,
Simba, Scar, A1.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have a feeling Keyshawn and Nesco, I have a feeling he's going to pick up, I mean, probably Day. I mean, that's just my guess, only because of the camaraderie. Or Simba. Simba makes sense for him as well because of the size. Look like Keyshawn, and he can go at Nesco, even though Cam and Keyshawn are probably gonna check up against each other.
I can't believe that Nas really just left right now.
I can.
Is
Get him
Keyshawn on his team or what? I'm a little bit lost right now.
I mean, he has to be because Friga just picked up Cam.
Right. So Key's on his team. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Nas has to bring it together. This is a season we got to do this.
He won't.
We'll see if he can really adapt. Nas, we'll see if you can really adapt.
Chat, how do you guys feel?
If he can't adapt to win this season, he won't be able to adapt to win the games, bro.
Hold on.
What happened?
No, Lucas just sent me the teams. He already edited the teams.
Oh. Yo, shout out to Lucas. We say, obrigado.
Okay. I'm loading it right now. So for all of you guys to just take a quick glance at the team, shout out Lucas. W Lucas in the chat, already updated.
Obrigado, Lucas.
So Team Friga and Team Nas. So as you can see, it looks like Team Nas has one more player because Moon won't be there for the season, but Tay is playing against Bruce. Trey against Vern, Day, Zay, A1 Malik, Scar, Rodney, BJ, Scotty Lewis, Burke, Rod, and then in the 2-on-2s, it's going to be Rob and Scoob against Friga and Nas, and then Cam and whoever he picks up off his team against Keyshawn and Nesco.
Scotty, do you have the order of these games yet?
I do not have the order of the games yet. It's hard. It's very hard to think about it. I think we got to see what type of timing everybody's on.
The fans think, if you guys are in this live, let us know what order you guys want to see these games in. It might not be 100%. Obviously, we can't put up a poll or something like that, but just comment. Let us know which games you want to see first, which games you guys want to hold for like a main one.
How about this? Spam who you want to see, and whoever we see the most of, I'll post three options in the poll, and we'll make that game one of the season. So you guys can decide it right now. But please,
the 2v2. Spam the 2v2.
Is that how you want to be? You want to start the season off like that?
I mean, there's not going to be a better way to get the energy going than having us lace up. But, I mean, that's up to them. I am ready to hoop. I will hoop fifth game. I will hoop last. I will hoop first.
All right, so
you let me know.
Zay's game, BJ's game.
Well, you could do this. We could do this another time.
We will follow us on Instagram. Make sure to engage in the poll that we're going to be posting on IG today. We're going to give you guys some options. We can choose 4. I think that there's 4 here that probably stand out the most. Like if we're looking at this, right, I think Tay, Bruce, Day, Zay, BJ, Scotty for the one-on-ones. Those 3 stand out the biggest to me. Would you guys agree to that?
Yeah, Noah's not on this graphic, I don't believe.
Looks like it's missing Noah and Simba. So it's missing 2 people. So Noah and Simba are also on this graphic.
Friga's team, right?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
No. Friga got Simba. But okay. So keep that in mind. But we will be posting this. What are the 4 right now? Devontae, Austin, what do you guys think?
Top 4?
Top 4. For what the community wants to see at the moment.
Top 4 matchups, top 4 games.
Out of the ones.
Top 4.
I think people are really excited to see Zay just more. Even though people don't like the Zay and Day game, I think people are excited to see Zay. I think Taver's Bruce is going to be a sleeper. I've seen Bruce play in real life, and I understand what Nas is saying. He does have a little bit of aura to him, like he's an alpha, and he doesn't have like the deepest bag, but he's just a hooper, and he's a winner. I think Tay's going to be a good matchup.
What is the 4th game? I got Bruce, Tay, Zay, Day, BJ, Scotty, based on what the fans are probably going to lean towards. because I just want to put another game in here for the poll. We can decide it right now in the chat. We still have 3,000 people in here, so I might as well do it.
I mean, that 2v2 is kind of crazy.
Or, okay, so do you want me to have season opener as an option?
I mean,
But
what's gonna happen, bro? Let's figure it out. I mean, like,
all right, as of right now, I'm just going to post 3 1v1 games out of these 3. I'm posting it in the poll right now. You guys can vote on these one-on-one games. We'll leave this up for 1 minute, so make sure to vote. There's 2,900 people in here. I know you guys aren't listening to it on mute, so go ahead.
So, how's everybody's day going? It's just like random silence. Man,
I can't see
we got 400 votes in the chat right now. Bruce and Tay at 40%, Zay and Day at 33%, and BJ and Scotty 26%. I'm gonna let it go to 1,000 votes. We're at 500 votes right now.
I vote as BJ versus Scotty, or Tay versus Bruce.
I'm letting this go. We're at 550 votes at the moment. So maybe at like 750 votes. There's still people in here. It's still looking like Bruce and Tay are leading. Wow.
Man, I love watching Tay play 1v1.
Yeah, right now this margin is it's honestly too big to have these last like 60 votes matter. Bruce is at 42. The next one is 32%. So Bruce and Tay, we will make Bruce and Tay the season opener for you guys. So appreciate you guys for engaging on that.
Starting off with a W. Let's go.
All right. Well, I appreciate Austin, Devontae. Nas is not in here at the moment, but appreciate you guys for hopping on. Hopefully the fans are excited for the season. Another big shout out to John Bellion. Anybody who missed the beginning of this conversation, John Bellion, the Grammy-winning songwriter, producer, big fan of TNC, and we just happened to run into him, cross paths, and he has a huge belief in what TNC can be, and he's supporting us, and he's actually putting up all of the $50,000 cash prize on this season to make sure not only did we get the best players available, but they're going to play the hardest that they've ever played before. So big shout out to John Bellion. Devontae, anything?
Yeah, no, I'm going to echo the same thing. John Bellion, putting that money up, like you said, will get the best out of everybody, but people will get to walk away with some good money in their pockets from 2 days of hooping, which is a beautiful thing. So it's what our mission has been from the jump, is getting people paid to play basketball. And some people are overseas making what some people might make in like 2 days hooping and some 1v1s on YouTube. So the more we can get continued support like John, the more we can grow it and people can continue to make this a profession. So John, if you're seeing this, if you're watching this, we appreciate that. And this is going to be huge.
Yeah. And a lot of people are mentioning to the pay-per-view. So before we sign off, the pay-per-view is happening February 1st, 2025. The way that this is going to work out, we are filming this season next week with all of the players. When we film this, we're going to go back home. We're going to edit it, start releasing all the episodes for a 20-episode season, releasing every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting on December 16th. So you guys are going to have a lot of content coming from the TNC side. We are working overtime to get every single thing done that we need to do on the season, and it's going to end in a finale. You're going to see the Nas and Friga. You're going to see the Uncle Scoob versus Rob. You're going to see the Nesco versus Moon. You're going to see the Cam versus Keyshawn. And then you guys as fans, pay attention to this season, because anybody that you want to see between any two people, vote them in, and they will get a pay-per-view game on the first ever pay-per-view event, February 1st. So fans, if you want a matchup to happen, we're going to make it happen for you. You just got to engage, like the videos, comment, spam the comments who you want to see. So, yeah.
That's awesome. I'm so excited to see who gets voted in, bro, because there's so many people that deserve it. So many people that I feel like are going to prove that it should be them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. It's been a good one. We're coming up on an hour and 20 seconds from right here, so it's a good time to end it.
Peace.
All right. Peace.